Okay, great that you all came back to view the video number 2 in the MS Access training. Again, this is dealing a lot with theory, and so I won't be getting into the database itself right now, but stay tuned to my next video. We will be covering some things with Access. This is mostly a database design, and in particular, we're continuing on from the last video. We're continuing on with Access Database Objects. Okay, what is an Access Database Object? A database, like we covered before the previous video, Access is a database management system, and it's a relational database management system. So Access Database Objects, we have our data source, which is a collection of related tables. Okay, each table relating to one particular theme of information. We have the data is actually only stored in the table. Okay, we use a query to pull the information out of the table. You want to ask a question about your table data, use a query. You want to use you're going to use a form, and a form is another database object. You're going to use a form to create a customized view of your records in that table. Okay, and you're going to have a report that is a customized printout of your table information. And the advantage of using a report, you can summarize or group your data in any form or fashion you want it in. Now, your data again is stored only in your table. Now, I'd say that you could have forms that are based on queries, have your reports based on queries, okay, and your query based on your table. Okay, wouldn't hook directly up to the table. If you need to have good reason to go ahead and hook up to the table, but I would say go through your queries. Okay, go through queries. You have better anything. If you want to do some custom sorting, your query can handle that. If you want to just show a total, your query could do that. You could have total queries. They could do that. That's my reasoning on that. But on a basic level, you have four things that make up your database: a table, which holds the information. You have your query, you have your form, you have your report. Okay, and of course it has an S for plural, so you can have your plural. So DBO database object questions, DBO questions, things that you want to ask questions about it. So what is an object or a list of related information? Well, it's a table. Object storing a list of related information. A particular theme is a table. You can have one or multiple tables. You want to go ahead and do that when you're designing your database. Object storing custom view of your table. Okay, a query, a form, or a report. Okay, so you have one and you have three. You have your table storing information. You have your query, form, report, pulling the information out of the table. You know, I'm stressing that. Keep going back to my point, stress my point. The group, this is real important, a group of tables containing related information and tools to use it. Well, that's your database, okay? And one of the advantages of Access is that you have all the tools. It's a rapid application development application, and you can use your code, use modules you want to customize the way your form's going to look, the way that form's going to work. You want to customize the way your report, you want to have custom functions you want to use in your queries. Okay, that's why Access is, I think, superior to others out there. Database object questions part 2. Okay, object storing questions. All right, you want to ask a question about your tables. Do it in a query. Objects for storing a printed design of your database. This is a relationship report. Okay, you want to see the design of your database. Print yourself up a relationship report. in a database, which object do you create first? Well, you create the table, since the table is the only piece of the only database object that actually holds your data. You have a table. Database planning. A database should be for one purpose, and that's the one question you need to ask yourself. What do I want to store? And then you make your database based on what you want to store. What forms would be useful for you? Okay, do I want to store, do I want to have a parts entry form? Do I want a personal data entry form? Do I want an HR benefit form? Okay, what are my forms that are going to be useful to me? What questions will you ask of your information? That you want to produce a report. Who parks in lot C? Or you want to use your under queries. Who parks in lot C? Or who lives in Tennessee? If the boss comes in and says, hey, I want a list of everybody that lives in Tennessee. Okay, well, you have that. I want a list of everybody that lives in parks in lot C. Well, I have that. Comes up, pull that from the database. How many parts do we have of XYZ part? How many pipes do we have in stock? How many valves do we have in stock? Okay, you want to go ahead and produce a query and produce a report based on that. A report. What reports you need to produce? Well, I kind of went through it with the previous question. You want a management report. You want a contact list report. You want a stock report. It's all there. Formulating your own reports, okay? That's what you're going to learn about in this course. Throughout this course, later on in the course. How you want to sort and group your information. Again, you could do that in your query first, and then you can render it on your report. Or you could just do it in your report. You'll find out some ways to do this on your report throughout this course. So I encourage you to stick with it. Now, table relationships, this is real important. You don't want to have one big flat table. Okay? Not one big flat table. That was the olden days where they just dumped everything. Well, it's hard to manage. It's not relational. Your main goal would be to have a lot of little tables that relate to each other. Okay, not one big flat table. You want to update records you want to update record one time, you want to update it multiple times. Well, I would rather do it one time. Okay, well, that's why you don't want to have a big flat table. Have one table that relates to another's. And this is not just access, this has to do with pretty much everything. Okay, every database management system. So you're going to design lots of little tables and relate them all together like a little train. So the table should contain one type of information. Two or more small tables connected by a common field. Okay, you're going to have two tables, have a main table for your employees, and then have another table for the wages each employee does. And then those two tables are related by employee number. Okay, have a part number table, and then how many times that part number has been sold in another table related by. You have a common field, your part number, you have your ID number. Pretty much that's a blanket. You can use that for anything. Any ID number, like we all have a social security number. Okay, that's how you're related in lots of little databases. I do thank you for watching, and I kind of went along in this video. Do encourage you to come on out to ms-access.needtolearnthis.com to be notified of the next video. I encourage you to subscribe and rate this video. Okay, if you can do so, go ahead and do so. We're going to have a lot of information next video. We're actually going to design some tables in Design View. I hope you got a lot out of this. Again, ms-access.needtolearnthis.com. Come on out and subscribe. Make sure you get on the list, because I have a lot of information to share. So, thanks for watching, and you have a great rest of your day. Bye.